Now we are seeing problem on bars of varying cross section from the topic simple stresses and strains. Let us see the problem. An axial load of 100 kilonewtons is acting on a stepped bar as shown in the figure. So here a stepped bar is given the same material. So how we can say same material means the E value is given. So it is only one value such that we can say that it is a same material but having different diameters. So given like this and calculate the stress in each portion or each section or each step, anything. We have to find out stress in each section or portion or step, and also we have to find out the total elongation of the bar in this case. And E value is given, that is nothing but Young's modulus or modulus of elasticity 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. So here one portion is 50 mm and only one value is given. So we'll take it as a round cross section or circular cross section. So that is 50 mm diameter, 120 mm length, 30 mm diameter, 100 mm length, 40 mm diameter, 80 mm length, and a tensile load of 100 kilonewtons is acting on this bar of varying cross section. So here we have to find out stresses in each portion and total elongation. So here given value, load value is given 100 kilonewtons, that is 100 into 10 to the power of 3 newtons, and E value is given. So to find out these stresses and total elongation, let us give the numberings like 1, 2, 3 like this. Means this is the section 1, section 2, section 3 or part 1, part 2, part 3. And here why we are giving numberings means we will analyze, we'll find out stresses in this separately. Why? Because even though the load is same on each section, the stress is different. Why? Because we know stress is load by area. So because we have different diameters, areas will be different. So because of we're getting different areas in each section, we'll get stress values, different values. So we'll give numberings and we'll do separately for each section. So if you consider for section 1, we are taking the left side last one is section 1, middle one is section 2, and right side last is section 3 from this figure. This is 1, 2, and 3. So, so if you consider the first part or first section, diameter is 50 mm and length is 120 mm. And here we have to find out area to find out stress. So area is round or circular cross section. So it is area is given by pi by 4 d square. So it is a part 1 d1 square and d1 value 50 mm. So when you substitute that and simplify, we are getting area for the first section as 1963.5 mm square. So when you substitute that in stress formula, that is load by area. So stress in 1, load by area of 1. So here the load is same in each section. So load is 100 kilonewtons, that is 100 into 10 to the power of 3 newtons by area 1963.5. So when you simplify that, we'll get 50.93 Newton per mm square. So this is the stress in first portion or first section. So to find out elongation for this first section, we know Young's modulus E is equals to stress by strain. Suppose if you write for E1, suppose if you write sigma 1 by small e1, that is stress by strain in part 1, but E, that is Young's modulus, is same for each section. So you can write in general E and sigma 1 by E1. Sigma 1 and stress in part 1 and strain in part 1 is different. So we are writing sigma 1 by E1. So where small e1 is the strain. So from that, if you write small e1, sigma 1 by capital E, and sigma small e nothing but strain, which is given by change in length by original length. So delta L1 by L1 for the first part. So sigma E1, stress in part 1 by E Young's modulus. So we require change in length for part 1. So that we can write delta L1 is equals to sigma 1 L1 by E. When you substitute stress 1 sigma 1 value we got in the previous step 50.93, length of the first part 120 mm, and E value 2 into 10 to the power of 5 given. So when you substitute and simplify we are getting change in length for part 1, that is delta L1 as, or elongation for part 1 as 0.0305 mm. So like that we'll find out for the section 2. So this section we'll find out. So for that diameter is 30 mm, length is 100 mm. So if you find out area, pi by 4 d2 square, d2 value 30 mm. So when you substitute and simplify we are getting area 2, that is 706.86 mm square. So we require stress in part 2, that is load by area of part 2 or section 2. So load is 100 kilonewtons, 100 into 10 to the power of 3, and area is 706.86. So when you substitute and simplify we are getting stress in part 2 or section 2 as 141.47 Newton per mm square. And so here we have written the formula for elongation in part 1, delta L1 is equals to sigma 1 into L1 by E1. So in the same way if you write formula for delta L2, that is elongation or extension for part 2, it is sigma 2 L2 by E. So that is nothing but sigma 2 L2 by E. So sigma 2 is stress in part 2, we got 141.47, L2 length of the part 100, and E value 2 into 10 to the power of 5. So when you substitute and simplify we are getting elongation in part 2 as 0.0707 mm. So in the same way if you do for part 3, so this is a part 3 of diameter 40 mm, length 80 mm. So here diameter is 40 and length is 80. So to find out area, that is pi by 4 d3 square, pi by 4 d value 40 in square. So when you substitute and simplify we are getting A3 area 3 as 1256.64 mm square. So to find out stress in part 3, sigma 3 is equals to load by area of part 3. Load is 100 into 10 to the power of 3 newtons by area 1256.64 mm square. So when you simplify that we are getting stress in part 3, this is 3 sigma 3. So that is sigma 3 is nothing but 79.58 Newton per mm square. So and find out extension delta L3, we can write formula sigma 3 L3 by E, that is from the previous step. We can write here delta L3 as sigma 3 L3 by E. So sigma 3 is stress in part 3, this is 3, okay, sigma 3 79.58 into L3 is 80 by E value 2 into 10 to the power of 5. So when you simplify that we are getting delta L3 as 0.0318 mm. So total elongation will be the sum of individual elongations. So if you require total elongation of the bar, delta L1 plus delta L2 plus delta L3. So we have written here delta L1 plus delta L2 plus delta L3 will give total elongation of the bar. Delta L1 we got 0.0305 plus delta L2 0.0707, delta L3 0.0318, and when you add those we are getting delta L, that is total elongation of the bar, as 0.133 mm. So here we can write delta L, or we can find out total elongation of this stepped bar from this formula also. So how means we have written delta L1, it is elongation or extension for part 1 as sigma 1 L1 by E1. So in the place of sigma if you substitute, that is stress is load by area. So load is P by A1, sigma 1 in the place of sigma 1 we are writing P by A1, and L1 E is as it is. So in the same way we can write delta L2 as P L2 by A2 E, delta L3 P L3 by A3 E. So this, and when you want to get total elongation, so delta L1 plus L2 plus delta L3. So here P into L1 by A1 E plus P L2 A2 by, and when you add these three, so here P by E is common, you can take P by E common, and you can write L1 by A1 plus L2 by A2 plus L3 by A3. So these formulas and the previous are both are same, but expressing the formula in different form only, that is a difference. So here without calculating the stress directly, we can find out the total elongation when you use this form of the formula. So here anyway, if you want to find out delta L, so this formula is in general, that is PL by AE. So this is the way to calculate this kind of question. For more videos, please subscribe and activate bell symbol. Please like it, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.